Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the 2022 School of Nursing Gala. My name is Fred Lee. I am the Director of Alumni Engagement at Alumni UBC. It is absolutely my pleasure to be your MC for this online event. And can I just say, Happy Nursing Week. And I just want to share that you all look fabulous. Whether you are in a tux like myself, or a pretty dress, or you're still in your favorite pair of jeans or Lulus, you all look fabulous. Welcome. This event is being recorded. The final video will be available to those who cannot make it tonight. But whether your camera is on or off, we will only record the main speakers at this event. Please feel free to mute or unmute your camera as you see fit. But we would love to see all of your smiling faces. Please know that everyone's sound is muted in order to enhance our audio, but you are absolutely encouraged to click in the chat box and leave accolades and comments that will be visible to everyone. Or if you choose, have a private conversation with anyone you find on the list. And of course, we will be toasting our awardees before we sign off. So I do encourage all of you to have your glasses handy. Although we are meeting in this virtual space from a variety of places, I want to begin by acknowledging and honoring the Sayo Okanagan Nation, on whose traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory UBC's Okanagan campus resides, and the Musqueam Nation, on whose traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory the Point Grey campus and the School of Nursing at UBC Vancouver is principally situated. Here, with a pre-recorded message of welcome, is Dr. Elder Roberta Price.
Haichka OCM, greetings and welcome everyone. I want to share a teaching to start us off in a good way. I have in my hand a cedar headband. I'm going to place it on my head. I have around my neck a cedar necklace. And as taught to me by my elders, that when we put on parts of our regalia and we carry our sacred items, we're given an indication to our ancestors and the Creator that we're going to share in ceremony. So thank you everyone for listening. I'll start us off now in a good way. Haichka Siyam Siyaya, greetings and welcome everyone. As Coast Salish matriarch and elder, I wish to give a very warm thank you to all my relatives on the Musqueam, the Squamish, and the Tsleil-Waututh for welcoming me to live in the unceded lands of my relatives, Musqueam and Richmond, for 40 years now. As Coast Salish matriarch and elder, I wish to give each and every one a very warm welcome who live, work, and play, give and receive service, teach and learn on our ancestral, unceded, and occupied lands of my relatives, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh. For each and every one of you out in this very wide virtual circle we're in, the teachings I'd like to offer to you is to take time each week or each day to have reflection and give the honor and thanks to all the ancestors of the lands on which you live, work, and play on, give and receive service, teach and learn on. Thank you for listening. OCM.
Thank you, Dr. Elder Roberta Price. We have also shared the link for nativeland.ca in the chat box. This is an excellent resource that may help you take a moment to reflect upon the name and honor the elders, the communities, and the host nations on whose traditional lands you may be celebrating with us tonight. If you like, you may wish to post your acknowledgement in the chat box. The school has been presenting awards since 1988, and this gala has been a fixture at the School of Nursing since 2013, with an unexpected pause in 2020 and going virtual for the first time last year. As indicated in the opening slideshow, the school is a dynamic, evolving, and engaged unit, and I have been pleased to celebrate with my friends from nursing as our paths cross throughout the year. I'm sure tonight's first speaker would agree. Everyone, please welcome Dr. James Olson, Dean of the Faculty of Applied Science.
Well, thank you so much, Fred. Thanks for that introduction. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, friends, colleagues, supporters, alumni, emeriti, the faculty and staff of UBC Nursing. I'm so happy to be able to join you tonight in this online gala. While the pandemic seems to be nearing its end for many, I know it's been a different story for those working in healthcare. UBC's faculty, nurses, and nurse practitioners are continuing to provide care in this constantly evolving landscape. For over 2 years, I know that nurses have put their lives on the line to help others, often under extreme stress at great personal cost to themselves and amidst a national shortage of nurses. For the most vulnerable and the least served in our society, UBC nurses continue to demonstrate leadership, compassion, stamina, and skill. I just have to say, for this, I just want to thank you so much. This may be our second virtual gala, but it's the first time we are joined by Tanya Dick in her new role as the School of Nursing's inaugural Indigenous Nursing Lead, a role designed to guide the school in supporting Indigenous nursing students through admissions and throughout their program, as well as supporting faculty in course improvements. I want to give a warm welcome to Tanya Dick, who I know is a UBC alumna, like her mother, Mary, before her. And I know that Mary was UBC's first Indigenous nursing graduate, and Tanya was the first Indigenous Masters of Nursing graduate, and is now the school's first Indigenous nursing lead. Tanya took up her position at a time when surging COVID cases shone a pretty harsh light on the inequities of the healthcare system, including the systemic racism that Indigenous people face at every level. And I just want to thank you again, Tanya, for your leadership. I know you're making UBC Nursing a more welcoming place for Indigenous nurses and helping to end racism in healthcare and nursing education. And perhaps another first, applications in the School of Nursing rose by over 30% from last year. That speaks not only to the amazing program that our faculty put on, but I think it's also part of being inspired more to pursue nursing, or as the pandemic has inspired more to pursue nursing, as it simultaneously took its toll on the profession. And the pressure on placements here at UBC represents certainly a unique set of challenges for the school. To face these challenges and to guide the school through the next 5 years, I am thrilled to be able to take this opportunity right now to announce the reappointment of Dr. Elizabeth Saywick as the director of the School of Nursing for a second term. It has been such a pleasure to work with Elizabeth over all this time. Elizabeth has demonstrated commendable leadership and guidance during her first term. As everything around us during a very difficult time in March 2020 was seemingly shutting down, she had the foresight to advocate for a minimal disruption to nursing education, to maintain a flow of new nurses into the system at a critical time. With faculty and support and collaboration, she was well positioned to accept the governmental proposal to launch the much needed and successful COVID-19 rapid testing and self-testing research in 2021. I can only say it is an exciting time for UBC Nursing, and Elizabeth's accomplishment as directors and the school's accomplishment are really just too many to list now. But I can say that under her direction, the cardiovascular nursing professorship was launched. More seats have been added to a number of nursing programs, and key new courses have been added to the undergraduate curricula, including the popular new nursing electives available to all UBC students, as well as the required BSN courses or BSN course promoting healthcare of Indigenous people. Her response to a variety of calls to action toward equity and inclusion has amplified a culture of anti-racism and prompted the launching of the Indigenous Cultural Safety Committee, its Indigenous Advisory Circle, and the Anti-Racism Task Force. I know that Elizabeth would be the first to tell you that she didn't work alone on any of these things. And I know for certain that she's bristling with desire to praise others for laying the foundation for her success as director. In fact, I know that this is one of the qualities that makes her a natural leader. Quick to give credit where credit is due, Elizabeth has an inherent ability to bring out the best in others, recognize and encourage their talents, and build effective collaborative teams. I'm confident that Elizabeth at the helm and the support of the talented faculty and friends here tonight, the next generation of UBC nurses will continue to surmount the challenge we face, as well as any future health crises, equipped with greater cultural safety, skill, and expertise. My sincere congratulations, Elizabeth, on your second term as director. I look forward to celebrating with everybody tonight, and I just want to thank you and enjoy the evening to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Olson, and congratulations, Tanya, and congratulations, Elizabeth. Now, please welcome the newly reappointed director of the UBC School of Nursing, Dr. Elizabeth Saywick.
Thank you, Fred, and thank you, James. You're absolutely right. I stand among a team of fabulous faculty and alumni and emeriti and staff and colleagues here in UBC Nursing. Good evening, all of you. I welcome you to the School of Nursing's annual Nursing Gala. One of the unexpected side effects of this pandemic has actually been the uptick in the use of technology to bring us all together. What we once thought was too difficult to attempt is now actually quite commonplace. So people who otherwise wouldn't be able to travel to Vancouver for this event have been able to join us all online, and we're thrilled to have you here. I extend a special welcome and a thank you to our school's loyal donors. Without them, we'd not be in a position to offer the kind of support our students deserve in terms of scholarships, bursaries, and needs-based awards. We're always grateful for these gifts, as well as for the gifts of your engagement. And in addition to our long-standing donors, many of whom increased their contributions during the pandemic, we're also grateful for a number of new donors and estate gifts that are supporting scholarships, bursaries, and research assistantships for our students. So let me take a few minutes to review some of the important milestones and celebrations achieved this year at the School of Nursing. If this pandemic has proved anything in healthcare, it's that we need more nurses, and that means more nursing educators as well. With funding from the provincial government, the School of Nursing is expanding our BSN program by 25%, adding 30 new students in the coming year. And if the pandemic has proved anything to educators, it's that institutions can and should provide more flexible learning to students. More than that, we need PhD prepared nurses, educators, and leaders to address the health challenges of today and tomorrow. In December, we were proud to announce that Senate had approved our part-time PhD program, which we sincerely hope will help address this global crisis by providing flexible learning options to working nurses. We need to develop our current and future nurse leaders to their fullest potential. So, while I have a captive audience, I want to ask you to take a moment right now to consider to whom you'll be recommending this new part-time PhD or any of our other excellent graduate programs. With the expansion of some of our programs, we're also increasing our own faculty. In addition to our new Indigenous nursing lead, Tanya Dick, whom the Dean has already introduced and who I'm thrilled to welcome to the school, we have spent a lot of this last year actually recruiting new faculty. We've held video interviews, all-day Zoom events, and meetings with a number of really exciting candidates. I'm pleased to report there will be additional new faces in our school in the coming year, including Abdul Fattah Abdullahi, Assistant Professor, Naseem Adami as a lecturer, Drew Clark, Assistant Professor, and Ruby Dev as Assistant Professor. But we're also in the midst of additional hirings, so there'll be more announcements to come and even more stellar faculty joining our school. I also have an announcement of a new endowment. Professor Emerita Helen Shore was an alumna, both BSN 61 and Masters in Education in 71, as well as a faculty member from 1965 to 1990, and a long-standing friend of the School of Nursing. As a member of our faculty for 25 years, Helen was actively involved in curriculum development for both the undergraduate and graduate programs. Even after her retirement, she remained dedicated to the school. She helped establish an internal research award focused on nursing care of adults with chronic health conditions, and she contributed funding for nursing history scholarship. In 2013, she generously supported the launch of the Consortium for Nursing History Inquiry in our school, and she remained actively engaged as the consortium's patron. Sadly, Helen Shore passed away in 2020, but she's continued her legacy with an estate gift, which includes $1.7 million to establish the Helen Shore Nursing History Endowment, which I'm announcing tonight. In addition to continuing the work of the Consortium for the Nursing History Inquiry, these funds will actually support a variety of nursing history initiatives at the school, scholarly work and research in nursing and health history, community engagement activities and events, the preservation of primary and digital sources in nursing history, postdoctoral fellows and doctoral students, and connecting with other nursing history units and scholars to exchange our scholarship. Another part of her estate gift was donated to support nursing history and seminars room space within the new Gateway Health Building. We're extremely grateful for Helen's gifts and her ongoing legacy, which is sure to support us well going forward. And on the note of space, let me update you on the progress of the new Gateway Health Building. Since giving you a walkthrough of our building plans last year, those plans have actually won an award of excellence from Canadian Architect for its sustainability strategies and material choices, the mass timber structure, prefabricated wall panels, and terracotta cladding. One of the exciting elements of the new building is that we will have several high-fidelity simulation suites to help prepare our students for the complex health situations they will encounter in practice. Our faculty are taking on additional training in simulation, and we're pleased that the government is actually providing support for purchasing some of the equipment for those suites and for our skills labs. We've obtained final Board of Governor approvals for the new Gateway Health Building, and shovels are now in the ground. We're still on schedule to move in the summer of 2024. We have so much more to celebrate and acknowledge, and I hope you'll stay informed through our social media and our webpage channels. We really hope that this next year we'll be able to catch up in person. Now, back to our MC. Fred?
Thank you, Elizabeth. Everyone, this brings us to the presentation of the 2022 awards. This year, 3 Alumni Awards and 3 Preceptor Awards will be presented. Here now to present the school's 3 Alumni Awards are the co-chairs of your UBC Nursing Alumni Committee, Leanne Curry, Associate Professor, and Chris Gustafson, adjunct professor and double alumna from the School of Nursing. Welcome.
Thank you, Fred. This evening is one of nursing's favorite events, hosted by the school and the UBC Nursing Alumni Committee. The committee is made up of a small group of committed individuals whose pleasure it is to bring you news, seminars, and events throughout the year. We are here to support our alumni and to connect with one another by whatever means you would like to connect, along with partners, donors, current students, and friends of the school whenever possible. Nominations for the awards we present tonight always open in January each year, but I encourage you to reach out to me or Leanne with any nomination suggestions at any time. We truly want to hear who you think is deserving of these recognitions.
Now I am pleased to introduce the winner of the recent Alumni Award, Dr. Leah Lambert. Dr. Leah Lambert is a registered nurse and alumna of our PhD class of 2019. She is also notably the Executive Director and Senior Scientist of Nursing and Allied Health Research and Knowledge Translation at BC Cancer. Since January 2021, Dr. Lambert has led the development of this new department, the first of its kind in Canada. She also holds cross-appointment as a clinical assistant professor at our school, UBC School of Nursing. Dr. Lambert had a somewhat unusual undergraduate master's and master's educational journey, first obtaining a diploma in business administration from Capilano University, then a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from BCIT, before entering the UBC Master of Nursing program. Her progress was so stellar that after her first year in the Bachelor of Science Nursing program, she was fast-tracked to the PhD program. This amazing individual also took 3 parental leaves while pursuing her doctorate in nursing, but ultimately, with 3 busy children in tow, completed her program in 2019. While working toward her PhD at UBC, Dr. Lambert was supported by a Canadian Institutes of Health Research Strategic Training in Health Research, psychosocial oncology research training fellowship, and in addition to a 4-year UBC doctoral fellowship, as well as several distinction awards, including 2 UBC Faculty of Applied Science Graduate Awards on the basis of outstanding scholarship. Dr. Lambert was the first embedded researcher at BC Cancer to hold both a CIHR Health Systems Impact Postdoctoral Fellowship and a Michael Smith Foundation for Health Research Postdoctoral Fellowship. In her current role, Dr. Lambert and her team lead collaborative research and knowledge mobilization initiatives, taking an equity-first approach to study the health service needs of people diagnosed with cancer and expanding multidisciplinary approaches to problem solving within the cancer system. It has been remarkable to witness just how much work and how much impact Dr. Lambert has been able to realize as executive director in a very short period of time. In just 1 year, her efforts have made remarkable progress against seemingly insurmountable odds. Some examples include supported researchers and trainees in securing top-tier provincial and national tri-agency funding, implemented 2 advanced practice research clinical nurse specialist roles, revised the department structure to create a first of its kind in BC clinical specialist radiation therapist role, secured 4 academic cross appointments at UBC and UBC Okanagan for the staff, attracted a growing cadre of research trainees from the undergraduate to postdoctoral level, partnered with Providence Healthcare and Vancouver Coastal Health to launch the inaugural Knowledge Translation Challenge at BC Cancer, launched a new cohort of BC Cancer Research Challenge teams to support practice-based research, and catalyzed a collaborating and coordinating initiative which will enable her to develop equity-oriented research and knowledge mobilization agenda for the entire organization, with an impressive network of research and health systems collaborators. As you can see, Dr. Lambert exemplifies just how powerful a nursing vision can be. We are so proud of our close ties with our 2022 recent Alumni Awardee. Please welcome Dr. Leah Lambert.
Wow, these things are so uncomfortable. Thank you so much, Dr. Curry. I have my little people in tow with me here tonight, and I just want to say that I'm so tremendously proud to be a part of the UBC nursing community, and it feels extra special tonight to be recognized as a UBC nursing alum. And while this is an individual award, as you know, Dr. Sabak mentioned, it really is a collective effort. And this is not a solo venture, as many of you know. And I've been the beneficiary of unwavering support from brilliant oncology nursing researchers and faculty at UBC, health system leaders at BC Cancer and PHSA, and of course, my exceptional team at BC Cancer. And while this is a very humbling experience to receive this award, it's also very exciting that the opportunities that I've been afforded in the last few years exist, because this award really does mark a shift in the oncology nursing research landscape at BC Cancer that was long overdue and critically needed. And the value and contributions nursing research perspectives can make to advancing cancer care cannot be overstated. And I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but enabling nurses to focus on their efforts on impact-oriented projects in the health system that are identified as a priority will help to create a more responsive, relevant, timely, and useful research that can be translated back to practice for rapid learning and improvement. And I know that BC Cancer sees the UBC School of Nursing as a key partner in this work. And so I'm hopeful that the next generation of oncology nurses will be afforded professional development and career opportunities that we haven't seen in many years or maybe ever. And so I'm very proud to accept this award, but I will do so on behalf of my collective team in the oncology nursing research community. And so thank you very much to the School of Nursing.
Thank you, Leah. I am pleased to introduce the winner of the Alumni Recognition Award, Debbie Johannesson. After completing her BSN at UBC in 1986, Debbie Johannesson successfully completed her Master's in Leadership in 2011 and was an adjunct professor at UBC School of Medicine. Debbie has a long and storied career in nursing, from charge nurse in 1987 through research coordinator and nurse clinician to her most recent position as Director of Quality, Safety, and Accreditation for BC Women's Hospital and Health Centre, a role she has held since 2009 and from which she just recently retired. Debbie has taught patients, nurses, and leaders in the ways of quality improvement through prenatal teaching, leader quality improvement, and physician quality improvement programs. Throughout her career, Debbie has engaged in scholarly and professional activities, ranging from chairing committees to presenting research posters and publications. As accreditation lead, she guided her team to achieve accredited with exemplary status, the highest level for BC Women's Hospital and Health Centre. Debbie's colleagues say that she exemplifies nursing as we all would like it to be known. Her welcoming demeanor embraces all learners, from the most novice nurses to highly trained care providers. She is a natural teacher and mentor. As a leader, she has promoted initiatives such as the Safe Surgical Checklist, falls prevention, patient's view, and releasing time to care. She has developed mechanisms for measuring and monitoring quality in an ongoing, regular, and person-centered way. She has developed networks and collaborated across boundaries with Fraser Health and Vancouver Coastal Health to bring a staff-led quality improvement model to BC Women's. She revisits Accreditation Canada standards and requirements regularly with services, personnel, and patients across BC Women's Hospital and Health Centre. She enters into the service delivery area to directly support improvement. She is adept at keeping an entire team, from senior leadership and executives to bedside clinicians, focused on their goals. She worked with other leaders to build the initial patient engagement strategy at BC Women's Hospital and Health Centre, and she models a culture of safety that promotes quality improvement and the provision of extraordinary care. Debbie's ability to work collaboratively with other teams and her open door, open attitude style of leadership has helped bring down the barriers and created opportunities. Indeed, her team members note that she is always approachable and reasonable, and have stated that she's the rock and a rock star. There can be no doubt that our healthcare and nursing workforce has greatly been enhanced by the passionate and persistent enthusiasm of our 2022 Alumni Recognition Awardee. Please welcome Debbie Johannesson.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you, UBC School of Nursing, for this award. I just want to start with a bit of a story about who I am and how I got to where I am. And I have a long nursing career, as you know. I started in 1975, and yes, I am that old. And it has been full of adventures and opportunities and mentors. And I want to give special thanks to the late Dr. Michael Whitfield, who was a longtime friend and mentor. Georgine Miller, who took a chance on me and hired me as the first director for quality and safety and accreditation. And of course, the nurse extraordinaire, Chris Gustafson, who mentored me in all things related to patient safety, for which, for me, is why I'm in healthcare. And of course, my family, who's given me unending support and encouragement along the way. So as an outdoor enthusiast, as many know about me, I compare my nursing career to that of a canoeist traveling down a river to its final destination. The canoe and the paddle represent my nursing knowledge and skills, and the river is the nursing dreams. So imagine yourself as a new grad settling into a new sturdy canoe, paddle in one hand and launching from shore into a swift moving water. Well, I launched my nursing career in 1977 after graduating from the first nursing class from Douglas College. With a paddle in the hand, I floated down the river of nursing dreams, where I found many areas of potential places to stop. But there was no opportunities to land because at that time there was a plethora of nurses and very few jobs.
I think I have to take my dog out.
Anyway, but as the river pushed me onward, I eventually found a place to land and set up camp. This was the land of neonatal intensive care, and I practiced in BC and Ontario. With the encouragement of my paddling partner, my husband, I pushed offshore again and followed the nursing river of dreams and applied for and got into UBC Nursing Baccalaureate degree program. And once again, I set up camp. At this camp at UBC, as a returning RN, I was exposed to and appreciated the scope and rigor of a university degree program gave. I learned many essential survival and analytical skills that proved to be valuable in my nursing river journey. A pivotal course during my degree program that launched my nursing career was an independent study course that allowed me to follow my passion. Through this course, I designed my curriculum, which subsequently built my future job and my extended tenure at BC Children's and BC Women's Hospital. My continued journey downstream gave me many landing opportunities to explore and grow, from being, as Chris mentioned, a bedside nurse, a clinic nurse, having the opportunity to design clinics in other hospitals, participate in national studies, and present research at many conferences. My last camp provided my greatest fulfillment in promoting patient safety at BC Women's Hospital at the Provincial Health Services Authority. Through all these experiences, I had important mentors who believed in and supported my passions, and I learned and developed the art of leadership. A common theme or skill for both the canoeist and a nurse today is always to keep your eye on the immediate surroundings, or your bow, and look for those sometimes hidden rocks and sometimes twists and turns in the river that may come your way. At the same time, keeping your eye on the horizon and follow your true north, as it lets you realize what is or could be coming up for you as you chart your path. The river of nursing dreams is wide, with so many places or specialties to explore and expand your horizon. Armed with a degree in nursing provided me with the foundational survival skills to navigate this river and have a wonderful adventure. If I could give a piece of advice to future new and experienced nurses, I would say to follow your passion, find your true north, and be equipped with a good boat and paddle, and find your mentors or navigators who can help you get down the river safely. Thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations, Debbie. it is an impressive career, and I appreciate your story. It's now my great pleasure to introduce the winner of this year's Award of Distinction, Kulminder Kaur Johal. Kulminder Johal is known as Mindy to her friends of the Bachelor of Science of Nursing class of 1959, some of whom are with us tonight. Mindy began her career immediately after graduation as a clinical nurse in the labor and delivery and postpartum units at the North Vancouver General Hospital. The same year, she married Darshan Johal and moved to Victoria to take a role as a public health nurse. But it would be wrong to suggest that they settled down, because within 4 years, her husband had initiated an enduring career with the United Nations, and together with 2 toddlers aged 1 and 2, they began a succession of foreign appointments beginning in Ghana. For years, while raising a family and supporting her husband's work and developing her own career, Mindy crisscrossed the globe. Her work in Ghana included volunteering at a local hospital, but she also took a role as a sister tutor, the only female member of a 6-person faculty at the Ghana Ministry of Health. With limited resources available to her, she credits her nursing education at UBC with enabling her to adapt her teaching to new situations, resulting in students who provided quality client care within their service environment. Mindy says, "I tried to assist those with whom I worked at home or in field assignments. In the field, I often helped people to obtain whatever resources they required to successfully accomplish their work. For example, while Mindy was evaluating a family planning training program that was evidently not meeting the needs of the service providers nor clients, Mindy stepped beyond her scope of work and started working days, evenings, and weekends to assist the team in developing a new curriculum. After living in Ghana for 5 years and adding 1 more child to their number, the family moved to New York City, where Mindy was able to pursue her dream degree at her dream school. And by 1972, she had graduated from Columbia University with a Master of Science in Nursing and a certificate in midwifery. Mindy held academic roles at the State University of New York in Brooklyn for several years before joining her husband in Nairobi, Kenya. Over the years, her job responsibilities in the international context included project design, management, implementation, and evaluation, national level reproductive health needs assessment and evaluations, developing clinical skills training teams, national family planning and safe motherhood curricula, national practice and supervision guidelines, and designing and conducting family planning workshops for Ministry of Health officials and executives in the business sector. For 1 year, Mindy also took an assistant professorship in the visiting assistant professorship in the Bachelor of Science of Nursing program at the University of Victoria, teaching at the same university where her eldest children attended, once again, successfully blending family life with her career goals. The next few years played out either in Nairobi, Washington, DC, Victoria, or Vancouver, Canada, and continuing her crucial work for the John Snow Japigo initiative, a Johns Hopkins affiliate. She also was engaged with the American College of Nurse Midwives and IntraHealth International Incorporated. She also continued to serve as a contributing member of the International Health Committee of the American College of Nurse Midwives from 1986 until her retirement. Since retirement, she continues to volunteer and advocate on behalf of women and infant health, and has recently taken a course that has inspired her to write her memoir. It is with great pleasure that I introduce our tireless distinguished alumna for 2022, Kulminder Mindy Johal.
Hello, hi everyone. I'm honored to receive the 2022 UBC Alumni Award of distinction. I will always treasure this award. It was the professors, my classmates, and the experiences that I gained at the UBC School of Nursing, that was from 1955 to 1959, that propelled me on my work-life journey to a career in global health. Their kindness and understanding of these are my professors at UBC, towards me. At the time, I was a 17-year-old Punjabi Sikh girl. First time away from a sheltered home life, they helped me to gain confidence and move easily into the big wide world. I just cannot say how much the UBC School of Nursing helped me. I have had the privilege of working in 25 countries in various capacities. And now in my 84 and a half years of age, nursing is still a part of me, and I carry it with me in all aspects of my life. Lifelong learning has been my goal. And I want to thank everybody very much. And that was a wonderful summary that you gave me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mindy. And thank you, Chris and Leanne. Honestly, truly impressive, truly inspiring. I think we need to take a second here for some virtual applause for all our alumni awardees, because I think you all agree they deserve it. Congratulations to all alumni awardees. I love those sound effects. All right, everyone, we are now going to turn to the Preceptor Awards. Here, once again, is Dr. Saywick to introduce these awards.
Thank you, Fred. The dedication and unstinting efforts of our preceptors is critical to the success of our nurse practitioner and Bachelor of Science in Nursing programs. We are so pleased to be able to recognize some of those exceptional individuals who go above and beyond to prepare our nurses and nurse practitioners. We have 2 Erickson Klein Mariki Nurse Practitioner Preceptor Awards in 2022. I'm honored to present the first to Dr. Victor Omelchenko. Dr. Victor Omelchenko has dedicated his valuable time to act as preceptor for 3 to 6 nurse practitioner students each year since 2005. He's one of our program's longest standing and highly respected preceptors, and has gotten so good at it, he'll often accept 2 students at a time. He's an outstanding preceptor and mentor whose clinic is similar to a learning lab, where he provides valuable practice tips on an ongoing basis. Many of the UBC Master of Nursing nurse practitioner faculty and community nurse practitioners have had the opportunity to precept with Dr. Omelchenko when they were students, and many continue to rely on his expertise in their private clinical nurse practitioners practice today. In fact, one of his nominators states, "He was instrumental in my education as a student NP and even supports me now as a new nurse practitioner in practice." Dr. Omelchenko is a legend among our small NP community, such that during discussions in class with students or in various clinics with practicing NPs, it's really common to hear the phrase, "Well, Dr. Omelchenko says." Dr. Omelchenko is committed to creating opportunities for his students to increase their knowledge, skills, and awareness as future nurse practitioners. At the same time, he takes great effort to advocate for the social, physical, and mental health and well-being of his students and his patients. In short, he teaches much more than treatment and/or management of illness. With Dr. Omelchenko's support, students learn to place the patient at the center of the care conversation and to treat the person as a whole, rather than merely focus on their presenting concerns. Even after 17 years of uninterrupted service as a preceptor, Dr. Omelchenko continues to be committed to the UBC Master of Nursing Nurse Practitioner program. There can be no doubt he is a true advocate of primary care NP practice in BC. And so it is with deep gratitude that we present the Erickson Klein Marika Nurse Practitioner Preceptor Award to Dr. Victor Omelchenko.
Oh, hi, everybody. And the whole philosophy of nurse practitioners, as I think they play a tremendously important role in our rapidly changing medical and health environment. And I really enjoyed my experience working with the nurse practitioners because of many reasons. Mostly all my students, pretty much everybody who I had a chance to work with, they already come with experience working in medicine for quite a few years. They understand the rules of the industry, and they are generally quite comfortable in medicine. They're all very passionate with my patients. And looking back for the last about 17 years, I feel that all my patients were very comfortable working with the nurse practitioner students. And looking back, I could not recall any complaints from any of my patients. They always share their knowledge experience with me, which I found very beneficial. I generally very much enjoy education in general. And I feel truly privileged that I have a chance to be involved with your program, and I appreciate that opportunity. I'm very excited receiving this award, and this will be an additional motivation for me to invest my energy, my encouragement into the program, and I hope I will not disappoint you in future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Olmochenko. Now, I'm privileged to introduce the recipient of the second Erickson Klein Mariki Nurse Practitioner Preceptor Award, Amy Lowe. Amy Lowe graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from BCIT in 2009. She received her Advanced Specialty Certificate in Critical Care in 2011. And then, after practicing many years as a registered nurse in cardiac surgery and critical care, Amy pursued her career goal to become a nurse practitioner. She obtained her Master's of Nursing Nurse Practitioner from the University of British Columbia in 2020. Since 2009, Amy has had a diverse career in nursing, having worked in various clinical settings that include internal medicine, cardiology, cardiac surgery, and the cardiac surgery intensive care unit. Amy's enjoyed teaching and leadership roles throughout her career. She's previously been a clinical instructor for BSN students, worked as a clinical nurse educator, and a clinical nurse leader. Amy's colleagues note that she's an incredible preceptor. She's knowledgeable and provides amazing patient care. She presents information and teaching in a way that is supportive and kind. She's a person who leads by example. Amy's an outstanding preceptor to the UBC Nursing Practitioner Program and our students. She's kind, patient, thoughtful, and demonstrates exceptional patient care in her primary care network practice. She takes time to teach each student from a holistic perspective. Her patients feel Amy is outstanding in her role as an NP, referring to her as empathic and caring. She's an asset to the UBC Nurse Practitioner Program, and we are thrilled she's continued to precept students every term in her busy practice. Amy encourages students to be the best practitioners they can be. She's incredibly knowledgeable and takes the time to teach her students. She also challenges them and provides an environment that allows them to grow and to become autonomous practitioners. We're grateful to have the opportunity to recognize that dedication with the 2022 Erickson Klein Mariki Nurse Practitioner Preceptor Award. Please welcome Amy Lowe.
Thank you for the introduction. So yes, good evening, everyone, to the UBC School of Nursing, its staff, faculty, students, alumni, and friends. I'm honored and really truly humbled to be here tonight as a recipient of this award. I want to start off by thanking Mr. Mitchell Erickson and Mr. Martin Klein for actually supporting this award and really honoring the meaning of being a preceptor. I also want to sincerely thank you, the NP students who nominated me. This award is truly an unexpected surprise as a NP preceptor to this program, despite the grueling but hopefully supportive clinical experiences I provided you this time. Through my nursing career, I have encountered many inspirational individuals who supported, guided, encouraged, challenged me, motivated me. And really through these individuals and my experiences, I really learned the meaning of you learn by teaching, and by teaching you learn. Preceptoring and mentoring are really key instruments to support the future advancements for nurse practitioners. I hope to continue to preceptor in this evolving landscape, and I encourage fellow nurse practitioners to participate on this journey. Thank you once again for honoring and receiving this award tonight.
Thank you, Ms. Lowe.
And thank you, Amy. Everyone, please join me once again and congratulate both of these remarkable preceptors. Now, to present the UBC School of Nursing BSN Preceptor Awards, please welcome Elsie Tan, Professor of Teaching and Associate Director of the Undergraduate Programs. Welcome, Elsie.
Thank you, Fred. It is a pleasure to present this year's BSN Preceptor Award to Miss Rihanna Mitchell. Rihanna Mitchell obtained a double major from the University of Victoria in science, in biology and microbiology. She started kinesiology at UBC before finally deciding to pursue nursing at BCIT. During her time out of school, she worked in retail management, where she credits with giving her a strong leadership foundation that she continues to refer to when working with students. She says, "I was 30 when I graduated nursing school, so it's definitely never too late to start." Rihanna shows incredible commitment to her students' learning processes. Before starting the placement, she connects with her students, introducing herself and providing an opportunity to get to know each one of them over coffee. She uses time to discuss expectations and learning styles. She says, "Students have indicated that in this informal meeting, they dramatically reduce the stress that students experience." Rihanna consistently demonstrates an excellent commitment to teaching. She asks questions about different surgeries or patient histories to promote critical thinking, and Rihanna finds positive ways to challenge students, allowing them the autonomy to make critical thinking decisions about the patient's care. But she also checks in with them frequently to ensure they are feeling supported. In addition, she encourages attendance at education sessions held on the unit, such as troubleshooting chest tubes or how the Mental Health Act intersects with patients who may need surgery. Further, Rihanna shows commitment to excellence in practice. Rihanna picks up multiple shifts to ensure her students' hours are met, and is flexible and willing to reschedule shifts in special circumstances. She has demonstrated great clinical competence and professionalism while simultaneously ensuring her patients feel safe, comfortable, and cared for. She is reciprocal with feedback, just as willing to take advice as to give it, making the preceptorship feeling like a partnership. We're so pleased to offer this award to Rihanna Mitchell. Unfortunately, Rihanna is in the midst of her exams, and this event presented an insurmountable conflict for her. However, she did pass on to us that she's extremely grateful for this recognition and is so sorry she cannot attend in person. She says, "When it comes to sharing knowledge, I think it's important to point out that as nurses, we're always learning, and I absolutely do not know everything. I think it's extremely beneficial for both my student and me to speak out answers to questions we don't know together, especially on a busy surgical floor with patients with all kinds of injuries, illnesses, and complications." Rihanna Mitchell is clearly a dedicated nurse, preceptor, and role model for her students, and a fitting recipient of the 2022 Bachelor of Science in Nursing Preceptor Award. Back to you, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Professor Tan. I'd like to now pause briefly from our celebrations to acknowledge cherished friends of the school, some of whom have been faculty members and emeriti, and some who were treasured alumni who have passed away since our last gala. Please take a moment now to reflect on those who've left us.
That was lovely. The Nursing Gala provides us with an opportunity to recognize a handful of special people each year, but it also gives us a chance to thank all of you who partner with us. We are ever mindful that it takes a community to support our nursing graduates with the foundation they need to learn, to grow, and to venture into the world with the confidence of their education. And we are so grateful that our community includes all of you. Thank you to our faculty members and all our clinical preceptors, our staff, and our students for the enthusiasm you have brought to events, committees, and projects, and for all you do every day for the school. Thank you to our alumni, emeriti, volunteers, and friends, and to each of you here this evening who come to events to reconnect and to give support. We are so grateful for your continued commitment. Thank you once again, and to our generous donors, those of you who contribute annually or monthly, or who make substantial gifts to the school. And a special thank you to those of you who have included our School of Nursing in your estate planning. And now, let us toast all the recipients of awards this evening. Please recharge or charge your glasses now and join me in offering congratulations to all of our recipients. Cheers. My name is Fred Lee. Once again, it has been my pleasure to be your MC this evening. This concludes the formal part of our gala. For those of you who wish to stay and chat, and we encourage all of you to do so, we will remain online for as long as 30 minutes if you like to meet or catch up with one another and our distinguished guests. So please stick around and let us know how we can accommodate you. To all the rest, we bid you good night and thank you again for coming and enjoying this incredible celebration. Happy Nursing Week, everyone.